Y. What is the center of rotation? Then you have the direction. Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? The direction in which we are rotating, anti-clockwise. And then we have to give the degrees. Usually it will be 90 degrees clockwise or 180 degrees. That's what we use there. The next one is a translation. And a translation is like when you play chess, you slide it in a certain direction. We do a translation with a column vector. We use here the column vector, and it is X over Y. The meaning of that is if you go to the right, X, then this is positive and this is negative. If you go up, it is positive, and if you go down, it is negative. So this is the X movement, and this is the Y movement, the column vector. And the last one is then an enlargement. An enlargement. And when we do an enlargement, we use a center and a scale factor. The center and the scale factor. So how many times have you enlarged it? Something else that's very important here to know is a reflection, a rotation, and a translation is congruent. What does the word congruent mean? Same shape, same size. So this is then same shape, same size. Same shape, same size. The other one is then the enlargement. And the enlargement is similar, similarity, because they are not equal in size, they are similar. And then we say same shape, different size. Same shape, different size. So this is what we need to know when we do then transformations. Right, so if we look on our worksheet now, the first question says draw the lines of symmetry on the two letters below. That means you must be able to fold it so that it looks exactly the same. So the first one's line of symmetry might be here. Let's just get it there in the middle. So it will be here and here. This one will only have one line of symmetry right there in the middle. At B, they say write the order of rotational symmetry. Now, if I hold this paper, I can turn this paper twice to the original position. And that is the order of rotational symmetry. So this one will only be one. You can only turn it once around. And this one will be 2. If you're unsure, take your tracing paper, which you are allowed in the exam to have. They must hand it out for you. And then you trace it and turn it around, and then you can see which one is which one. Question 2. Write the following as a single vector. So now we're looking at vectors, column vectors, and you will remember we said now this is X, Y, a column vector. We can add and subtract them, and then you work with X and X and Y and Y. So 2 plus 1 minus 3 is 0. 3 plus 0 minus 1 is 2. That is my column vector. We can also multiply vectors with a scalar outside. It works like brackets almost. So I'm going to multiply the 6 with a 5. And I'm going to multiply the 6 with a negative 4. So that is my column vector. There is my column vector. Question 3. Write P plus Q as a column vector. Again, X and X, Y and Y. So 2 plus 3 is 5. And negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. There is your column vector. The point O is marked on the grid below. Draw the vector OP. Now look at this one. There is a direction from O to P, where OP is P. Now the column vector P was 2, -3. So we start now here at the origin. +2, remember what we said, it looks like this. If you go to the right, it's positive. If you go to the left, it's negative. If you go up, it's positive. If you go down, it's negative. So now I go 1. I have to, don't just count blocks, you'll have to use the unit. So I go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, because it is -3. So this is my column vector. And remember that you will always put an arrow there to indicate the direction, direction. Right, the next page. Draw accurately the reflection of the letter E in the mirror line M. So there we have it exactly. Here is my mirror line right in the middle. Once you've got the first point, it's usually very easy to continue there. I can't start here. This one is 3 blocks to the left. So I go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to start there. Then it is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks long. So from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be there. We can see here it's going 4 blocks here. There's my 4 blocks there. There's my line. So here I go 3 blocks in, 1 down. It must also always be able to fold. Must always be able to fold it. And there is my reflection. Can you see? But your starting point is very important. The next one is the letter, and it's shows a shaded letter, and this is the image. You must also read that carefully. In each date, there we get that question. Describe fully the single transformation which maps the shaded one onto this one. So this we can see is a rotation. This is a rotation. And my center sits here. There's my center. This, which direction is this? Clockwise. It's a clockwise direction, and it will be 90 degrees. You can measure the angle there, but we can also see that it is 90 degrees. Again, if you're unsure, use your tracing paper and then you can see how it is rotated there. The next question is obviously an enlargement. This is an enlargement. And there we have to give the center and the scale factor. Now we can see this one is 3 blocks here, and this one is then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it means 9 over 3 gives you a scale factor of 3. The scale factor is 3. And then we also need a center. And we can find the center when we join corresponding points. So what do I mean by that? This point and this point corresponds. So I have to join those points. Here, obviously, this point and this one is going to correspond. You can get some more, but this is going to be your center. There's your center. The next one. Which transformation is this one? This is now the translation. This is the translation. So it's the slide. Can you see? From here to here. Now we have to find the column vector. So X and then Y. So now I have to move this one, but it has to go, that point must go to this point because it must be corresponding points. So I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points to the left. So it will be -7. And then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points down. So it's -7 -5. That is my column vector. The next question here, we have two vectors, m and n. Find m plus n, very easy. You just add x and x, y and y. So -2 plus -3, do it on your calculator so that you don't make mistakes with the signs. And then -3 plus 4 is 1. So there's your column vector. The second one, 3n, so it means I'm going to multiply this one with this, each one there in the bracket. Remember, never ever put a line there like a fraction. It's not a fraction. So this one is then, now this one is going to look like that, so let's rewrite it here, -9, 12. That is then the column vector for that one. Right, let's turn around. The next question, question 6. Draw in all the lines of symmetry on the shape given. So that means how many lines can you fold it on? It will be those two, but look there and there will also be lines of symmetry. And now the question is, what is the order of rotational symmetry? How many times can I turn it around? There's 4 lines of symmetry, so the order is going to be 4. Question 7. Write OA and AB as column vectors. Now OA is from O to A. So from O to A, so I went 3 to the right and 3 up. So OA is then 3, 3. 3 to the right, 3 up. OB, 3 to the right, 1 up. So OB is then 3 to the right, 1 up. And that's why they're positive. The next one says OC is KOA. Find it. So here's C now. If we join these points now from A to C, then we have the vector OC. Now we said OA was 3, 3. Let's read off OC. This one is 9, 9. Can you see? So that is why K is going to be 3, because I've multiplied it by 3. On the grid, draw the image of triangle OAB when I reflect it in the line X is equal to 4. Now that means that we have to draw that line X is equal to 4. This is this line. I cut the X axis. X is equal to 4. Now, this is my folding line. So my shape should be a 1 block away here. Can you see? There I'm 1 block to the left. So here I will go 1 block to the right. It is a good idea to plot your points first and then draw the shape, rather than just trying to draw it. What is this point here? It's also 1 block to the right, so it will left. So I'll have 1 block to the right. This one is 4 blocks to the left, so I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I've plotted my points, and now it is very easy to draw that shape. Then there. And then draw the image of AB. Now this is just this line AB. And under a rotation, 90 degrees anti-clockwise about A. That means A is going to by center. Anti-clockwise is like this, like the watch, and there's the 90 degrees. So this line will be there. There will be the line, the image there. And then they say, complete OCD, the scale factor there, the enlargement is 3 degrees and the center is 0, 0. Now we already have OC, yeah, and you can just join the points there. So now we just draw D, and this must be joined with O. So there's your enlargement on that one. Right. Next page. Describe fully the symmetry of these two triangles. So that means lines of symmetry and order of rotational symmetry. Now, this one has one line of symmetry there in the middle, and the order is 1. You can only turn this one once. Look at this one, lines of symmetry, 0. No lines of symmetry, 0 lines of symmetry. And then order, how many times will this one be able to turn around? 3. Order, 3. Use your tracing paper if you're in doubt. Now here we have to draw the reflection in the longest side, which is obviously now this side here. Now remember, this paper is not now vertically. It is always a good idea to turn your paper so that your body line of symmetry and this line of symmetry is in line. Then it is easier to draw it. So turn your page so that you can find that point. And what we do then is we have to draw them perpendicular across that line. So I have to plot this point now. So it would be a good thing if you could, place your ruler there. This should be perpendicular. Then we measure the distance and we find that second distance there. And then if you join the points, you'll find that one then there. Right, question 9. Okay, reflect figure A in the x-axis and label it B. So this is the x-axis, look there, where you have to reflect it. And this is this one that we should reflect. So it's here on the line. This one is 3 blocks up. So I go 3 blocks down. 2 blocks there, 2 blocks back there. And we have to label this one B. Then they say translate figure A by the vector 4, -4 and label it D. Now 4, -4, this is the vector 4, -4. So from a specific point, let's take this one now. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 down because it's negative. Once you've got the first point, it's again very, very easy. You can plot all the points. But once we've got that first point, it's very easy. So there it is 2 blocks long. So I'm going to draw it 2 blocks. This one is 3 blocks. This one is 2 blocks down. And there's your shape. The next one, figure A was mapped onto E by an enlargement. So here we can clearly see the enlargement. Find the scale factor. Here I've got 6 blocks. Here you've got 3 blocks. So the scale factor is 2. And then they say find the center. And this is very easy. How do I find that center? I join corresponding points. So what do we mean by that? This point and this point corresponds. It's the same point. So I'm going to join them. If I take another one there, this one and this one is going to correspond. And this one and this one is going to correspond. So here I find the center, and the center is 0, 0. There is my center there. Right. The next one. Right, and let's look then at that last one. Now, here we have it on the grid, and you have shape A here. There is shape A. Describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B, and here is our B. So we can clearly see that that is a reflection. It's a reflection. And how? over the x-axis. I need a line. I always need a line, not a point, a line. Then the next one, draw the rotation of A about the point 0, 0, there, 90 degrees clockwise, and label it C. So now I have to rotate this one to be here, about that point then there. Now what we do is join one point and the center. Then it is a good thing to trace it. Trace that point, and then you turn it around so that this angle here is 90 degrees. So you trace it and you turn it around. So then you can clearly see where your shape should be. Okay, so this one is then, that side will stand up. There's the line there, and that is, no, this is not B, C. We label this one C, the rotation. Then draw the enlargement of A, scale factor 2, and 0, 0 is the center. So now again, we work from here. Now how do we do that? The scale factor is 2. So what I like to do here is to look to find that first point. It is 2, 2. It works with that column vector, -2, and then 2 up, -2, 2. So if you multiply this now with that scale factor of 2, then we get -4, 4. And that's then actually very easy to draw it. Remember, it must be from the origin. So now you go there from the origin, -4, and then we go up +4, so we go up to 4. So that point is now going to sit there. Can you see? Again, this one is 2 blocks long, so mine is going to be 4 blocks long, and then you can just draw that one up there. My paper doesn't want to go extend now there. The last one is translate A by the vector 6, -4, and label it E. Now 6, -4 means 6 to the right, 4 down. So I start here and I go 6 to the right, 2, 4, 6, and then 2, 4 down. So this is where it will start. Remember, once you've got that first point, it's then very easy to have the next one. So there we went 6 to the right and 4 down. So this is then this point here. This one is 2 blocks. Here it's 2.5, and there will be your E. Thank you.